Working with our child school sponsorship program, sometimes people ask me, how far does that monthly amount that I pay go to help these kids? And I respond with, you cannot believe how far your American dollars go to help these kids. Just an idea of what happened to me while I was in Kenya. I ended up having to go to the doctor. And while the bill came to 19,500 Kenyan shillings, when I got home and went to file a claim with my travel insurance, I realized that in American dollars, what I had spent to see the doctor, to have a test ran, and to get antibiotics was literally $15.92. So when I say to people, your American dollars go to pay school fees for this child, go to help feed this child, and even help the teachers with supplies, I mean, it goes that far. Someone said to me the other day, I don't have anything. All I have for these people is extreme love and hope. I said, but that's what they need, hope. The one thing that I know is that if hopelessness sets in with any of us, and especially with these children and young adults, it's devastating. It can take you down really dark roads and into really dark places. Without major intervention, hopelessness can ruin a life. I just pray that if that happens to any of these children, God puts somebody in that young person's life that will intervene through him, and that child is wise enough to someday recognize that. It came to my mind because as I was working on the sponsorship program, I read where students want to become doctors, lawyers, teachers, and clothing designers. They want to own their own businesses, and they want to own little boutiques. I worry about the hopelessness setting in if they don't have the funds to even get themselves through school and to be able to move forward with their dreams that God has instilled in them. I also think back about the doctor I saw in Kenya. Remember the $15 American dollar story I just told you? Come to find out, that doctor was an orphan in Kenya who was sponsored at school by someone through our program at Commit. Because of that sponsor, this student, that child, ended up being able to go to medical school. I'm not sure his sponsor even knew that at the time. And that doctor came back to serve in his own community. I was like, wow, what a testimony to hope and victory in Jesus. To that person who God put that heart to sponsor a child, and to that sponsor who listened to that call. I teach at a university, and long before I worked sponsorship of any kind, I have had students who have told me that the only reason they've been able to come to an American university is because someone sponsored them to get them through their primary and secondary schooling in their country. And I have had one student, actually this past year, since I've started working with sponsorship, tell me his story about having a sponsor. Without education, young women usually marry young and have many children without the resources and wisdom in raising them. And many of the young men will end up working in mines that are dangerous, not only to the body, but to the mind and the soul. Many young men and women will also become domestic servants, either willingly or by force. So here's the deal. Do you want to get up off the couch and do something to help change the world? Just start with one person. Start with sponsoring one child, because every child deserves the opportunity not just to survive in this world, but to thrive and to reach for the dreams and talents that God has put in their hearts. Because if they get to the next level, then their children will reach even higher. And that's how we start to change the world. And that's how we start to lessen poverty. Look, I'm just one person, and I'm definitely no expert at this. But I pray that if God puts it in your heart to sponsor a child, that you pay attention to that call.